Why, hello, YouTube modeling community. That's right. It's the old fat man from Alabama coming to you from this place right here, Don's Garage, my styrene sanctuary. Well, I thought I'd give y'all a quick little update on what's been happening here on the bench. Been kind of steadily working on a few things. Little bit of progress on the 49 Ford, a little progress on the Roadrunner, and I'm working on 2 future projects. I can't stay focused on any one thing for any real length of time, so I've just been kind of spreading it around, so to speak. So, well, first up, we've got the 49 Ford Coupe. The only thing I've really done to it is I've been playing around a little bit with the front end, with the grill opening. Changing the roll pan up a bit. I've got a little bit of, got to make a fill patch in the corners of the lower section. Then I'll start forming the roll pan to blend it in. I think it gives it more of a symmetrical look, I guess you could say. But it's getting there. This is going to be a long drawn out project. It'll sit occasionally just, to keep from getting burnt out on it. Plus, I'm still working a couple ideas out in the old bone dome. So, we've got that much done to it. And then I've got this little 67 Chevelle I've been playing with. Yeah, it's the old AMT Pro Street kit. I've added a front air dam to it. Of course, I've done one of my wings on the back. The big progress this week is, if any of y'all have had this kit, you know the drip rails are a joke. I mean, they're almost non-existent when the kit comes out, out of the box. So, I sanded off what little bit of drip rail was there, and I cut some 20,000 sheet plastic strips and put in a new drip rail right through there. I've even got it blended in right here where it rounds into the corner of the roof. Got that done both sides. As you can see, it's a little bit lighter white than the body. And it shows you where I put it on. It blended in good inside the top. Oh, and it ain't wanting to focus. Let's see what we do. There we go. You can see a little bit of it there where I've added to it, but it's not too bad. Biggest thing is the side profile looks good. I'm quite happy with it. And then the air dam on the front fits up underneath the bumper. I mean, just like, well, something like, yeah. Let me pull this out from in front of the camera, see what I can do with it. It's been a little bit of a challenge, but I kind of like that stuff. That's where I really get my enjoyment from the hobby, is when things get a little on the challenging side. But that's how it looks. I'm telling you what, nothing's wanting to focus, including me. Yeah, let's see what this does for it. There you go. This is quite common in outlaw street racing these days. So, I thought I'd play around with that. I'm building another drag car. Imagine that. It's also got a cowl hood already done for it. I mean, it's in primer. I got to love on the hood a bit more, but there it is. Cowl hood, air dam wing. That's where I'm at with the Chevelle. I'm hoping to blow some gray suede on it tomorrow. They said we're done with rain for the next day or two, so the humidity's coming back down. So, hopefully, tomorrow, Saturday at the latest, that thing will all be gray suede. Then I've got this little 67 Fairlane. I've done basically the same thing to it as I've done to Chevelle. This one I added drip rails to it also. They were in pretty bad shape. I still got to build a wing for it. The wing on the back is going to be pretty interesting to do because it'll mount across the trunk lid here, but then I've got to cut it to go around not just where the taillights would be or going to be, but there's a chrome bezel that goes around that I've got to clear make the wing clear. So we're working on that. And same thing as the Chevelle. You hang the front end, and there it is. Nice little air dam. I haven't mudded this one yet. I got a little bit of body work to do where it meets the fenders here. Not a big deal. That'll happen here shortly. And I'll get on the wing. I'd like to have it in I want to block the body one more time and get the wing on it. Finish up the little bit of work on the front end, and then get that one in primer. That way these two can dry down for a while, and you know, just get them ready for the next paint session coming up, I hope. And then the Roadrunner, well, there it is. The chrome was in such bad shape on the bumpers, I just went ahead and stripped them. I'm just going to go with body colored bumpers, both front and back. Air dam's all fitted up nicely. The bumper glues to the body in its stock kit location, and then the air dam glues to the back side of the bumper, so it's good fit. The hood's already pretty much, I don't know if I can't remember if I showed this in the last video, but there's the hood structure all in. I'm not sold on this bug catcher sitting on the carburetors, so I don't know if that's the final idea or if I'm just going to stick the carburetors to the blower and put a pair of air cleaners on it and call it done. This doesn't look bad, but when I'm looking at it here, the bug catcher just looks too small. But that's her stance. I've got to do a little bit of work on the wheel openings. I'm going to retain this shape. I'm just going to come out this way a little bit more because the tire's hanging the quarter right there. The rear axle in this thing, in my opinion, was always too narrow in these cars, in the Pro Street kit. So I've added a little piece to each side to widen its track width to fill in the wheel wells better. But like I said, I got them out there nice where I want them, but now it's hitting the quarters, which is not a big issue. I'll make a tape pattern of this shape, split it in the middle, and move it over what I need forward and what I need aft, and just trim it because there's no lip to deal with. I'll do both sides because it's hanging real bad here. That's about it. I get this done. I get the body finished out. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Yeah. Right there's a scrape in the primer. There's a scrape there. There's a scrape in it here. Plus I got a dent I missed right there in the plastic. So I've got to rework this side a little bit. What happened is when I was the last coat of primer, the paint rack slipped in my hand, and I've got a stack of old trophies over there, and it slid down the side of one. The body slid down the side of one of the trophies and scarred it a little bit. Not a big deal. It's in the primer, so I'm not sweating that. That'll all wet sand or block sand out. And like I said, I found that dimple there in the fender. It needs to be fixed. So all is good. I'm hoping to get the Fairlane and the Chevelle in primer this weekend. Hopefully at the same time, in between coats of putting primer on that, maybe I can start blocking this car. Fixing these couple little boogers in the side. And get a final primer on it. Let this one dry down for a couple of weeks. Then I can wet sand it and start applying the color. Get the white sealer on it. So I've got a nice even base for the Wicked Colors detail orange to go on it. Which, if you didn't notice in the last video, or if I didn't mention it, whatever. Hang on, let me grab a finger assistance here. There we go. That is the body color. This is what color the car is going to be. Oh yeah, and here it is with the radiator added to it. If you've built this kit, you know normally the radiator goes on this side of the core support. Well, I moved it to the outside. Well, I modified the daylights out of it, moved it to the outside of the core support So I got belt clearance and all, and I've got a little electric fan there. Can't really see it. Well, let's see. Let's tilt her around. Yeah, you can't really tell. I'll do maybe in the next update video, I'll show you more about the radiator. Basically what I've done is I took 2 radiators from these B-body Mopars and sanded the flat on one side each, glued the 2 together, cut the tanks off the top and bottom, and then made side tanks to do a more modern aluminum type radiator. Not real easy thing to do, to be honest with you. And maybe we can do a how-to or how I do it type video about how I done the radiator. That, and you see the old black 53 Ford truck flip nose back there. I'm fixing to wash it up and throw it together. I'm done fighting with that thing. I'll brighten up. It just needs to be washed, coat of wax thrown on it, throw the glass in it, finish the interior. All the parts are ready. Just glue the interior, glue the dash and steering column and steering wheel in, glue it into the body, glue the cab down on the chassis, put the front end back on, it's done. We'll throw it in a case. Easy peasy, yep and easy. That'll give me at least one finish this year. But that's where we're at. The Roadrunner's coming along pretty decently. We've made a little progress on the 49, and of course I jumped into 2 other bodies to do. It's what I do around here. So, well, I'd like to thank everybody, all my subscribers, the new ones, the old ones, and all the ones in between. Without you, this channel wouldn't be, well, it ain't much now, but it'd be even less than what it is. So thank you all very much. I love and appreciate having all these subscribers. Thank you to the guys that's been doing the shout-out videos where they've gotten my sticker and tags. I sent out quite a few, so there should be a few more of those coming along as we go. Thank you all, and remember to live, love, and laugh. And as I always say, no matter what, build the model for you. Take care, everyone, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.